Oh, no. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Hi. Oh, I have driven a long time, like 3 hours today. I finally was able to have my phone after 3 tries. Woohoo. So I also did well with the unenjoyment Sunday. I put all my work thing in, my stuff, and I should get some money because I'm broke. I am broke. I'm stone cold, like broke. Nothing. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm really broke. So let's smoke some weed and be happy, and talk about stuff in general. I have people coming over Friday, so tomorrow I'll be cleaning the rest of my house and the RV. They told me not to clean the RV. Let me explain something about rat shit. If you have a ton of it, it's very unhealthy to breathe in. So I will be cleaning with a mask and getting all as much rat poop out. Ugh. All right. Yeah, because no, it's really I got really sick. There was reasons why I couldn't deal with living in the RV. It's not because I'm a wimpoid or I don't like to be outside or whatever. It's yeah. Oh, let me take this off. So it's warming up here in Vegas, and it's really so. Hello, everyone. Mm. So let's smoke some weed. I made some. We got little sprinkles on there. Little Keef sprinkles. So let's enjoy. Because I can't, I would have capped that phone because that phone was fucking awesome. It really was. It's a 13 Pro, and it was amazing. Oh shit, I forgot to get my second. I have two. There we go. All right, let's throw in some music. Woohoo! And I did stop at Target, and last week I stopped by Target, and I get really low sugar. And what happened was I didn't eat before, and I put the pin in like I did here, and he had no problems. I was informed at the Blue Diamond Target that I'm a horrible person. I was told by a worker there, by her actions, that I was a horrible person. See, that's his spot. He likes to sit there. And she liked to put a shitload of groceries away. So she did my card so much, and she would not, when you do your card and you have to press buttons, she refused to do that. So from now on, I will do self checkout, and I hope she's there. And I'm going to buy a lot of groceries. I'm going to make her really hope that, I'm going to pay, and I'm going to be very honest. But she pissed me off, told me my kind of people. She didn't say it. She goes, and her actions were, I usually pay for my own groceries, guys. I'm laid off for 2 months. So it's kind of stressful. I am, I hope everyone's having a good day. Finally, after I forgot my code for my phone. There's two phone codes, and I think that Apple needs to just put one phone code and cut it a day. No, that's not your toy. My cat's down here. Yeah, it's mine. It's my nimmies. So I got Joyride, and it is 70% less sugar. Yeah, I do like mine. Oh, so good. It's $5, so they do have it where you can buy online. Joyride. 5 grams of sugar, plant-based, no synthetic color, no fake junk, keto-friendly, and prebiotic fiber for gut health. Good for you. They have that at Target. And I picked this up. 9 pieces is 100 calories. So you can stay on track and have your nummies. I can't walk around with orange juice all the time because that's the closest thing you get to fast sugar. Give me a brushy, baby. Oh, he's my sweetie. Pretty sweet. He is. I couldn't live without my kitty, who's been so there for me. So please put a thumbs up, guys. I got on late. I was driving home. Terrible's made a beautiful place by Indian Springs. It used to be a little white spot in the road, and you had, the people come in. They had 3 bathroom stalls, and one time I said to my ex, we're expected to go somewhere and be somewhere on time, and we stopped there in Indian Springs. I love stopping there, and this time I didn't. There was a busload of people, and I said, hurry up, pull up front so before they unload so I can go to the bathroom, and they did. I'm like, let me tell you the story how I found Aztec Secret Health and Beauty. It was back in the 80s. I tried a product called Queen Helene. They still have it on. I'm very allergic to Queen Helene, especially back then. I decided to put the Queen Helene mask on and didn't sleep in it, wait for it to dry, washed it off in the shower, and went to bed. The next morning, I woke up to hives. I had hives. And my grandmother, they were on my cheeks, and I'm sitting there. My grandma felt so bad because she was the one who brought it. And she said, well, I'm going on a trip. We'll see what I can find on my adventures, she said. And I'm like, well, I can't go out. I'm ugly. I'm like, oh, ugly. My grandma's like, come on, quit. She came back from her adventures, and she brought Aztec Secret. That's the only reason why I think I had dates. I had skin that was so oily, you could have used my oils and fried a lot of food. I had oily skin to the point where I think it made me feel not as good as a person. I would not want to go out without any makeup. I'm not wearing a foundation. I just put powder on, pretty much see-through powder, and I put eye makeup on. I usually don't need a lot of makeup. The reason why I put the stuff on is for protection from the sun. If I don't have time, I don't do it. I know. It is what it is. And don't forget to put a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. So Friday is going to be a big day for me. Tomorrow I got to clean up that. I got to clean up enough to where it's not. My son and his friend have been cleaning it out, and they said it's horrid. And I'm like, you're not wearing a mask. That is rat feces, and it's all over. And I've been using this since the 80s. You can infuse it with jojoba oil that's cold pressed, and you can have tea tree oil. It's amazing. I love using our tea tree oil. I put it in a little sprayer, put it in my bag. And guess what? You can't wash your hands, no problem. Tea tree oil, water, boom, done. You can use that same spray. A bad smell. Someone farting, tea tree oil. I'd rather smell some tea tree oil than some grotesque fart. So yeah. So let's smoke a little bit of this and be thankful for what is provided and what we have. I don't know why they want to come. Well, Friday, because there's not much excitement going on here, really. Really? So, guess what I found when I was cleaning? That's right. See, everything started getting mucky, and I got it every weekend. I do certain things. I vacuum certain days. I go through stuff because if I have a schedule, I will get it done. That's how it was when I was a kid. You had a schedule of things. Didn't you have work to do? Were you earning money? Oh, yeah. When I was a kid and I was 12 and I was bitching about not being able to babysit because I worked so much on the slopes. I was on the slopes and I lived on there. So I came up with an idea since my dad parked all the way in the back and there was the buses that parked there and people would get out at a certain time. I knew what time they did and I'd be out there selling soda pop. I made so much money selling soda pop. My brother couldn't believe it, neither could my dad. But I never told him I sold soda pop. I told him I was just returning bottles. I would have in my pocket ones and stuff. So what I would do, I'd go to this store across the street where we would stay over in Gaylord. And there was this liquor store. And I'd walk in there. They had a rule. You had until I think 9 o'clock, and then they had a bar that wouldn't offer. You know what I mean? I'm a young kid and I didn't give a shit. So I go up there and I have all these ones and I'm counting them, 10, and he's recounting them. We're going on, and he's like, "What are you doing to make that?" And I go, "You know that soda pop that I just bought from you?" He goes, "Yeah, I sell them in the back of my vehicle. My dad don't know nothing, and neither does my brother. And I don't want him to know because he'll try to take over the business." Okay, that's cool. I made a buttload of money. The only thing when you make money, a lot of times, if you're not the parent, or even if you are, my step parent, Jane, decided and she felt that she needed the money. No, she wasn't entitled to it. No, she shouldn't have stole from me over $1,000. She just pocketed that shit. My grandma was pissed. Yeah, she just pocketed. And she also, when she signed my signature, yeah, she signed my signature. You have to have two, mine and hers. My dad went to the bank and said, "Hi, you had $1,000 taken. My daughter didn't sign this. Now on, if it's not my signature or my daughter's, you do not let it go." So Jane didn't know that it was changed and decided to go back for some more. She went and had her daughter waiting in the car, and she came in there and they go, "We need the father's signature." And he hands her it back, and she goes back to the car and she yells at me for 5 hours. I tell my grandmother what she is doing, and my grandmother calls her up and says, "Hey, you keep it up, you're going to get in trouble." So it's fun making money. Sometimes you get it stolen. Jane was another one. She was a hipper Christian. She was just a hip a person, not hip, but Just a hypocrite from hell. My grandmother would hold her to all the things she said to the point where it hurt her. She said she didn't drink this or this and this. She made sure the fuck whatever she didn't drink or eat, she didn't get provided for. Oh yeah. If someone told me they didn't and made a big deal and belittled their the children they were taking care of, and that's what she did. Being that I had a higher IQ than her, I went and waited to go to my uncle and aunt's house. Uncle Ken has a very high IQ and drives boats, not little boats. We're talking oil rigs. And he was just amazed at the way she was treating everybody like dirt. My uncle, she came up and my uncle looked her up and down and said, Jesus Christ, you really scraped the bottom out of the barrel. And she just looked at him, yeah, you're pretty bottom of the barrel. The joke was because of the fact that she just let's just put it this way. She lied to my family. She lied about me, and my family knew and clocked her on it and told her, no, she doesn't do that. You're lying. No, she doesn't do that. Start again. No, start again. And they were like, my dad's like, you're belittling my wife. No, we're telling her that she needs to keep her mouth shut. She didn't visit California after that, and she wasn't welcome in California after that. Pretty much, she went and ate a bunch of food, went in the toilet and tried to make herself threw up all over the bathroom, got the bathroom all nasty, left the bathroom, said nothing to my aunt, nothing. So the next get together, she grilled her so bad and called her a filthy ass. Pretty much said, no, you get that bathroom. You're not using my new bathroom over here. My cousin had just redid her bathroom and said, oh hell, you get the children's bathroom. Let them suffer. Really, the children were told to go to the nice bathroom. They were. She was given the children's bathroom, and that was outside over in the thing. I'm like, damn, she got the bad bathroom. Yeah, she learned her lesson. She said to my dad, look, I didn't know you. My dad said, you left a mess all in the bathroom. You didn't just shit up the toilet, which what you didn't. And then there's feces hanging off the toilet and the thing. He said, there's throw up all over. You didn't come up and say, hey, I need to clean up my mess. It's really bad, Give me a big, yeah. She fucked up my cousin's one bathroom. She walked after they left because I was still there. She walked in and goes, oh my God. You walk in and it looked like she missed the whole toilet and went on the floor. It wasn't just hanging. My family was taking pictures. They were going to, you know what they did? For Christmas, they sent her a picture of the toilet that she fucked up. The whole bathroom picture. Woo-wee. And then she said, you are not welcome back at my house. Please do not come back here. I'm like, oh boy. Yeah, it was bad. And the throw up, I don't know. I didn't think that woman could hold so much bile in her body, but God dang, that's all it was. And I seen family go, oh my God. It was like, my one cousin got sick, felt sick and was outside, getting a breath of fresh air. We had to open up the windows. It was foul. Jane, I love you. I'm sending you love and everything. But unfortunately, when it came to your bathroom situations, off after that one, my family members put her in the worst bathroom we can possibly do. Not because we hate her or whatever. It's because of the fact that she really did, even the kids' bathroom there. Before they left, they said, before you leave, we're going to check the bathroom. Yeah, they were that bad, and they made her clean it. Oh, yeah. Good thing it's not my good bathroom. I'm like, oh God, we're sounding like we're petty, but no, we're talking. If you have someone ever come in and just poop up your bathroom, not just you, there's excrement on the bathroom, there's throw up on the floor. Hey, baby. Yeah, I see you. So here it is, it's that time of year where everyone is doing all the planting and all the things that are fun. And then of course, I went and decided to go, and this was last week. I went to Target and I was treated so badly by a person that it really hurt my feelings. I really cried. I went to Target, and the woman that I was buying food on a welfare card, and um, she wouldn't let it go through. I did the same thing, slide, same number, no problem. I will never go to a register with a person at Target. This woman had the absolute hate for me. She really did. So she put a lot of clothes stuff away, I guess. So let's play some music. Yeah. Not much going on here. Usually there's nothing going on here. After they got rid of the people next door, it's been quiet. Once in a while I think you'll see someone, but it's like rare. Quiet. Turn on some music. I made it home. I'm so happy. I am. All right. Oh, quit. I love you, buddy. Robin. Okay. I gotta look for. Hi. No one's here today. There we go. Did you know the Black Plague is still alive and well, and even in the United States? This is what I found out. If you live out west, especially, and you go to, say, Yellowstone Park, and you see like a dead raccoon, you see a dead animal, and you start playing with it, like, oh, they had this one kid with a dead animal. I don't know if you've seen it, but she's like carrying it, and it's like right up to her face. Oh, yeah, that's real good. That animal could have, you got that. There's people, and look it up on the internet. The Black Plague is alive and well, and even in the United States, especially out west. If you go and play with dead animals and record them and put them on your whatever site, and then you get people like me going, wow, that's what I forgot, to let my kids play with dead animals out west and hope they don't get the Black Plague. Woo! And that's what I've seen a lot. It was, I think that she really felt bad for the little girl, felt bad for the animal, but I always taught my kids when they were young that dead animals could have diseases of any kind. So you take a shovel and you say goodbye that way and kiss it. She's kissing this dead animal and everything, and I'm going, yeah, you're out west. You're just inviting. Let's like saying, let's go play with dead animals. I mean, god dang. If your kid's out playing with a dead animal, you really need to get your kids some toys. Now that was stupid parenting. I really did say something to this parent. I said, wow, let me show you a video about dead animals that have the Black Plague. And it's all the ones that most people, raccoon, it was a dead raccoon, I think. And yeah, I guess who played with a dead raccoon over in Yellowstone and ended up getting a Black Plague. You have a 90% chance of surviving, though. Let's just be honest. Thank God it's now, because the Black Plague hits you, it's just bad. And yes, raccoons have the Black Plague. And yes, you can look it up on the internet. No, I don't have it down there. So yesterday, everyone was pissed at me. I was like, shit, I just want to get my clothes done. I didn't get any of my clothes done this weekend. So I went to go do it. There's always someone's shit in the laundry. No, there is. I go, yeah, there was. I have nothing done. I was up late trying to get it. Ugh. Right? Yeah, that's right. You go take your girlfriend. He's got his blanket. Ugh. So I've been running around all day and I'm finally home. Hey, poo poo. He's such a sweetie. Let's get your laser and play. Come on, play. Hello. He likes to play over here. Ooh. How are we doing today? Yeah. Wow. Now I know why I wait so long to do the switchovers. Next time I'm just paying the full price and saying, fuck it, I'm keeping the next phone. My iPhone 13 Plus Pro was fucking awesome. It really was. It was the best phone I ever had on well, I'm going to be honest, even the little phone, I never had a bad phone with bad attitude. But I heard that iPhone 14 was so bad that people actually came back and asked for their other phone. Yeah. iPhone 14 was the one where people, after 3 days, came back to the store and said, no, I can't take this. This is just horrible. I had 4 of my friends take back an iPhone 14, and I thought, that's odd. And they go, you got the best phone. By the time iPhone 17 came out, I'm hoping that I got an iPhone 17 Plus Pro. And I also asked over at Indian Springs, where I stop at, I would like to videotape them and show everything. I think it's really a nice place, but I'm thinking of going in the daytime. I wouldn't be able to do the bathrooms. I don't want to have anybody in there, you know. But the bathrooms are neat. They have superheroes, and they're really well done. So, I mean, painted. They don't look like cheesy or whatever, you know. So anyway, I've been doing good, you know. God, I got nobody here. I'm thinking Wednesday's not a good day. I'm thinking that I should skip Monday, do Tuesday, and skip Wednesday. Because if I don't get a amount of people here, it's not worth my time. So anyway, it's like this. When you have to deal with idiots and assholes and you're on a dating site, this is the best way to deal with it. You get a bunch of guys, like 10 guys, talk to them, no sending nude pictures, and only talking and learning about each other. You could talk about sex all you want and what you want to do with each other, but there's no nude pictures. It's just a pain in the ass because when they get pissed at you, they will start putting those pictures out on the internet. Trust me. I should know. So, anyway, you talk to them for 4 weeks, a whole month before you actually see them. So, it's a lot of talking. And you start with a lot of people. Usually it takes 2 weeks, and I'm down to one person. Literally, it only takes 2 weeks to get down to from 10 to 1. And that's how it happened. But my friend Carrie has been really worried about me going on Friday. I told Carrie that I'm going to be honest. I'm so broke. I'm, and it's sad. So, yeah. At least I'm not starving. I got a roof over my head, and my son has a new roommate, and he put $100 towards the electric bill. So I know I can, pay it. So let's do Mr. Predicto. Will Friday's show be good?
Highly doubtful.
Uh-oh. Are they going to have the show on Friday?
It is best not to say now.
Did they change their idea of having me go on the show?
That is a likely outcome.
Ooh, so hear that they changed their attitude in wanting to have me on the show. Oh, my word. Yeah. Will they change the day of the show?
Yes, without question.
Yeah, it's really bad. I had to leave because that's all you would smell in there was rat excrement. It was not fun. Yeah, I've got my mask that I'll be wearing. Will I hear from my dude?
Now is not the right time to tell you.
Will I hear from my dude this week?
Everything points to no.
Is my dude being a good boy?
It is a strong possibility.
Is my dude thinking about me?
Definitely yes.
Aw. Oh, I don't got light. Oh, God. Sorry. So, let's do another one. All right. Up, one for you.
It cannot be determined at this time.
All right. I'll think of a question, and you could think of a question.
I would not count on it. The signs say no. I am confident it is no.
I asked if I was going to, get anything this Friday, and it said no. So I called the producer and said, hey, I don't want to be represented. I'm a nutbag. I mean, so, yeah. We had a coworker one time. She thought I was really dumb. She goes, I got a brother. His wife just died. You see, and he likes you. And I'm like, what does he look like? Take a regular man and keep blowing up air till it looks like it's going to pop. That's what it looked like. I'm out on the field and I could just see him with little people around that were normal. I went and tried to make myself fat. I'm like, fuck. I wish I was retaining more water, make myself look fat, and I stick out my stomach, and I'm like sitting out there in the ball field, vaping, and I'm like, God, I gotta fart real bad, and we're almost done. I looked there, and it was like 115. They told us we're done. We will do it in the evening. I'm like, God, oh God. So I'm walking, and I'm thankful that my other friends in back and the coach was in back because her brother walked right behind me and I lit the biggest fart ever. I was holding that bad boy for a long time. I hold that fart long and I let that sucker rip. I was like, oh God, I was holding that forever. Well, you were out there alone. I go, yeah. I let them know I farted on purpose and it was for him. He was right behind me and he said, Jesus Christ, what did you eat? Yeah, it was funny. And that was the end of that one because I didn't care to hang out with a guy who didn't give a shit about his body. I mean, he was a complete alcoholic. Yeah, I wanted to get with that. No, that's a whole hard no. Yeah. So I pretty much did that purposely. You ever run to piss some guy off and you look like me? You can fart. Big one. I don't care what they thought of me after that. I really didn't. You get to the point, there's no way in Sam's house. Well, let's ask, what do you think?
Ask later when the time is right.
Ooh.
Yes, it is certain.
Let's talk about Jim Carrey. Who seen all the stuff going on about Jim Carrey? God damn, they got him. He's dead. For a moment of silence for the late actor Jim Carrey. The evil ones got him. And it does scare me. It really does. They're simply evil. There's no doubt about it. They got him. He's dead. He's gone. So for Jim Carrey, who Went on Jimmy Kimmel, who is another evil one. He went like this. It went, to Jim Carrey, moment of silence. The eye sees. Isn't that what they do? Get someone else and put makeup on them. God dang, they need to work on the eyes and stuff. Yeah, Jim Carrey would never be kissing ass like that. He would never go up there and be talking the French and sucking the farts. Oh hell no. He'd be making fun of them and be like imitating their walk and stuff. Come on. It's Jim Carrey. It's whoever played him. It pisses me off because he's one of my favorites and he's dead now. Because who in the hell was that over in France? Because it was in our gym. Wow. It's like, hey, let's just, he just keeps telling our secrets and stuff. Like no one else knows. Yeah. What was it my friend said? They had a producer call her up for one of her kids, and she goes, you know what? I appreciate that. Yes, I have gotten a lot of attention with my kids. But by the way, don't call me again. And she just didn't tell me who it was, but she said he was a big producer and she was creeped out by him, really creeped out. The way he was talking, how the kids were and stuff like that. When you have that kind of thing happen where you have a choice as a parent, where you could step up and say, you know what? I think that there's enough creepy stuff. Let's put it this way. He went on Epstein's Island and is a producer to this day. And as far as I'm concerned, it's yeah. I say that we should boycott anyone who was on Epstein's list who went to the island. Anyone who they were talking about, that's besides the point. But if they went to the island, yeah. Oh yeah. Should start naming lists names off, but let's keep it happy. Jim Carrey, we miss you. I wish you would have went to the Florida for the France. Oh yeah, you would have had a blast making fun of them, walking around like them. I would see Jim Carrey going into the stores and videotaping himself, doing something fun. But maybe I could be wrong. I mean, I never really thought that they would get to Jim Carrey. I really never thought. And it just blew my mind. He's one of my favorite ones. You know, even even the stinker movies are good. Even them you know what? Animal House with Jim Belushi, they made a big deal how horrible it was, but you know what? Every friend I knew, their parents had a copy of Animal House. For it being such a stinker, it sold a lot of stuff and made a lot of money. That was one of the iconic movies everybody knew about. And now, it's like anything else. Let's just get rid of them. They're just, let's change this person. Well, that person went a little bit wonky. We got to change that person up. Ooh, boy, they went crazy. Cayenne West. Let's talk about that one. Ooh, boy, did he go on what he should have done. I'm going to be honest. He should have kept his mouth shut. There was other ways if you wanted to let everyone know and not have your name on it, because it's not worth it to be crazy or labeled as that. I'm cuckoo for coconuts. But yeah, I really believe Jim is no longer with us unless he's going to come out in Hollywood or something and do something, but that's not his appeal. So I'd like to make a prayer to Jim. Mother God, please help Jim Carrey. That was not him in France, and we all know that. It was horrible. Whoever did that should be slapped shitless. But I digress and send love to him and love to Jim Carrey. May he be safe. Amen. Yeah. Only that's just sad. It's like, so here's to Jim Carrey, who his favorite symbol was Jim Carrey. Take it. Where is he now? Ooh, the one eye. The evil ones are going to get you. They're running so scared right now. I heard there's tribunals going on. Just look at the internet. They're all saying they're in court. Special court. Yeah. Crimes against humanity. And that includes doing bad things with kids. I really don't like that. As far as I'm concerned, I think they should just kill them. Just be done with it. There. Saves the taxpayers a lot of money. You know what they should do for the Pedros? Have it where you have pay-per-view killings of all the, to be honest. Dreamland. I had a real good extra